my screen is awfully muddy. Is it just my screen? See how muddy that looks? Is it okay? Am I, how does, how do you look, how does it look to you guys? Hey, RV Rebel Girl, Bev, uh, good to see you on here. Texan Lulu, everybody. Richard, glad you're here. Kathy Decree has a birthday coming up this month. Happy early birthday, Kathy. And oh, it's already hot in Kentucky, Brenda. Oh my goodness. Actually, I have my door open. I'll turn this around and show you. So, oh, and Sammy just jumped up on the bed. Sammy, can you say hi to everybody? Samantha. Nope, she's going to look out the window. Can you say hi to everybody? She says, nope, I'm going to bed. Anyway, you can see the wind blowing through the door. That's my curtain at the door. And it is quite breezy and a little bit cold here today. Yo-yo dog. Judy's in the house. And Judy, I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm so glad that you are doing well. Love you. Let's see. Yo-yo dog. 80s, Kathy says. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. Love you. Linda, currently in Texas, coastal Texas. Hi, Sarah and Tanya from UK. And Joan Pringle is in the house. Joan Rock Pringle. And so I'm so glad that everybody is here, just preheating in Texas. Yeah, I don't miss the Texas humidity and the heat at all. I miss Texas, but not that part of it. Oh, thank you, Becky. I love you. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead. We'll show them later too, but I'm going to put the camera out here. Jana is here with me. But Becky said something about the way I look, and I don't know if this is going to look. So we're going to have to stand up, I think. I don't think it's going to work. Let's just stand up for a second. All right, so well, that's not going to work either. Here, we'll put it way out here, and we got to back up. We didn't plan this very good. So look, oh, that'll work. So I'm wearing my squirrel t-shirt. Now you show them yours. And she's wearing her Squirrel Wrangler t-shirt.
Y'all did this. Y'all made me do it.
Y'all made it. She's like, I can't believe the things that I do. Because she would never wear a cartoon like t-shirt. But anyway, we're wearing our squirrel and our Squirrel Wrangler shirts. Just like you guys came.
And now it's for sale if anybody wants it. Highest bidder.
She is, look, I'm never wearing it again.
Okay.
She might not. She might not be kidding.
Yeah.
I'll cut it. I'll cut the neck for you or something. Make it where you. I was gonna. It has.
But isn't it cute?
It
has
is
a
cute.
little cowboy hat.
I designed these.
The little rope.
Yeah. Can y'all see it? Show them. Hold it up again. So it has a cowboy hat and the rope and everything. Because she's the Squirrel Wrangler. I just love
Taking beds.
Yeah, taking beds. She wants to get rid of it now that she wore it for the Friday Night Live. I forget who actually came up with Squirrel Wrangler and said we should do t-shirts. But anyway, we did. Oh, I shouldn't touch my phone. Anyway, I'm here. I just hit buttons. I'm sorry, you guys. So, Cindy and Mike's in the house. Hello. Judy made it. Yay. Low 90s in Tennessee, Brenda says. And, oh, Kathy gave a shout out to Tanya and Sarah that we missed them last weekend. And, oh, hi, Judith. Good. I've enjoyed texting with you so much. And she is in SoCal. I always say SoCal, but I think y'all say SoCal, don't you? Instead of SoCal. SoCal. Yeah, it's not like a sow, like a pig. It's SoCal, I guess.
SoCal.
But it's like South, SoCal. That's how I always say it, but I think everybody else says it's SoCal. So anyway, let me know, Judith. You'll have to teach me. Let's see. Yes, we got the t-shirts. Who on here, I should remember, came up with Squirrel Wrangler because we finally got them. They're on the spring store. You might want the squirrel t-shirt. And I don't know, if you feel like you're a squirrel wrangler for somebody, you might want to order the Squirrel Wrangler t-shirt, but they're on my spring store. Joan is in Washington. I'm so glad that y'all like the. Hi, Robin. Good to see you. Hey, Letty's in the house. Hi, Letty. I love you, and I've enjoyed texting with you too. I miss you, and sure wish I could have made it up there in y'all's neck of the woods. Um, and Letty and her family just had Chuck's celebration of life toward the end of May, and it was just beautiful. And I just want to get there so badly and see her and her family. Glad you're on here, Letty. And glad we did miss you, Sarah and Tanya. Oh, thanks, Richard. Richard, you like them? Yeah, Kathy. Jenna is saying hers is for sale. Oh, Becky says red is my color. Jenna likes red too. That's too funny. Robin likes the shirts too. Yes, green is your color, Jana. Jana's favorite color is, well, she likes all neutral colors, but green is her favorite. I was okay. So Kathy is saying that we need a shirt that says the FNL button pusher. Yeah, because I'm constantly flipping somebody off or deleting somebody or turning myself off on the on the FNL. Like SoCal. Okay, SoCal. I'll have to remember. Thank you. That helps, Judy. SoCal. I'll have to remember that. Hey, Norman in San Diego. Good to see you. Lisa needs the Wrangler, the Squirrel Wrangler shirt.
No, she says, Lisa needs a Wrangler shirt
Yeah.
for Judy.
So if Lisa, maybe at KOKO Fest 2023, Jenna will work out something with Lisa and get rid of her shirt. Oh my goodness, it's too funny. Thank you, Letty. I love you too. Caroline Freebird is in the house. Good to see you, Caroline. Caroline, I miss you. She says she loves the shirt too. This was not on the topics, but before I forget, I want to remind everybody that KOKO Fest 2023 is coming up in I thought of something else and squirrel. I know when my meetup is. I just was thinking of something. I have to write something down before I forget. Hold on. What was it that I said I needed to write down just before I came and sat down? That I was going to forget.
See, I'm giving up the shirt.
She's giving up the shirt. She ain't wrangling
I
can't
remember.
I ain't going to do it anymore. Anyway, I made myself a note. So, KOKO Fest 2023 is November 6th through 10 at City of Rocks State Park in New Mexico. And I need to do an update. I didn't look today to see how many available sites there are, but last I looked, there were still a dozen, 12 or 15. And then you have to remember that there are about a dozen first come, first serve as well. And then plus a lot of people are doubling up and what I call multiple up. And there is a KOKO Fest 2023 Facebook group. And if you don't get a reservation, or if you do get a reservation, either way, it's open to the public. The Facebook group is. Please come and join there and let us know, and we'll get you a site. I promise you. RV Rebel Girl, hello, my darling. Good to see you, and looking forward to the Lollapalooza this year, which you are calling the Lollapalooza Tribute. And because our friend Lost on Land Again that started Lollapalooza is not hosting it this year, RV Rebel Girl is, and so she made it a Lollapalooza Tribute. And I always hold KOKO Fest after the Lollapalooza. And so this year mine is November 6th through 10, and Lollapalooza is the week before that in Texas. So you guys be sure and check that out. You can go to RV Rebel Girl's channel, and she's got videos on that, and she has a Lollapalooza tribute Facebook page as well. Oh, thank you, Caroline. Love you, girl. Um, all right, so let's look at our first topic tonight, moths. Jana, did we have any moths this year? I mean, this month?
Yep. I don't know what happened or where they came from, but we were inundated
Inundated like
Inundated.
crazy.
with moths at Monzano Mountain State Park. So
I mean, like hundreds. And
Yeah.
we're not talking like we had a few. We had hundreds.
we brought some with
Oh,
us
yeah.
too. We brought some here. So
Yeah,
we're still dealing with them.
we brought them with us to this state park. Didn't want to, didn't mean to, but I don't kill them. I actually did one last night. I tried to grab them and throw them outside. They have such a short lifespan anyway, but yeah. So far, I've released 5 in this state park where we are. We are at Santa Rosa Lake State Park, and brought 5 with me. I got rid of at least a dozen on the road as they traveled with us and would fly out, or we'd make a stop and I'd let them out. And same thing with Jenna. And oh my gosh, you guys, when we started our rigs up, they just flew out from underneath the engine and underneath the tires, and they just were, oh my gosh, they're everywhere.
I think I had some in between my truck camper and my truck. They were nesting in there or
like,
something.
oh, cha-ching, we found a kingdom.
And then when I started my truck and started driving, I just had moths everywhere.
Yeah, it was insane. It's like fall leaves in the Northeast. It was just it was crazy. And so I'm not missing the moths at all. I want to back up because y'all had some interesting comments. I could see that. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, Larry, Kelly, Larry, and Lillian. And thank you for putting her name on there. No, is it? I can't see. I don't. I need better glasses. It's not Lillian. Oh my God, Larry, I'm so sorry. I'm messing up your wife's name. Liwan? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, Larry Kelly is in the house and his lovely wife. Please tell me how to pronounce her name if you can figure that out. I would appreciate it. And look there, Megan has changed hers to include her late husband's name, Al. And that is, she's normally Mino Ferry, but she's on tonight as Al and Megan Bouchard. Good to see you, Mino Ferry. And yes, RV Rebel Girl, a tribute to our memories of 5 years at Lollapalooza. Lola is just the best. And thank you for carrying it on. Did your dates miss daylight change? I don't know, Joan. I don't pay any attention to that. I'm sorry. A quick Google ought to be able to tell you, and then you can tell us. That would be great. So, oh, yes. In the UK, Sarah and Tanya are going to have a KOKO Fest bonfire night party on November 5th to help us kick it off on November 6th. That will be great, Sarah. That's so cool. Okay, Threads and Jars. Morgan? Did I get it right? Morgan says moths from the army cutworm. Lots of rain means good crops and more worms. That's true. And the area we've been in all for weeks has had good rain. And I know a lot of you haven't, and I'm sorry I can't spread that out for you and send some your way. But we've had great rain, and right now it's sunny, but it's also very, very windy. I showed you the curtain blowing, and that's with the screen shut and everything, so the curtain's blowing, and so it's really windy. So once again, I can't sit outside and show you the view, but also it's the dreaded weekend. Everybody that's still working and everything, and like I used to, lives for the weekend. But as a nomad and a full-time camper, we don't like the weekends because the park is filling up, and already there's barking dogs everywhere, screaming kids everywhere, and people yelling at each other everywhere. And that's okay. It'll go away come Sunday. So Jan and I just kind of wave, virtually. Not literally, we don't stand outside and wave at everybody as they leave, but we're like, bye-bye now. Because we kind of get the part
I love
that,
Sundays.
yeah, we love Sundays. And it's, and we love, I want to just say too, that I love that families come out and those kids can scream and run and play all that they want to. It's actually a great sound. I'd rather them be doing that than behind a TV or at home. And I'm so grateful for all of the people that take their kids out and do stuff like this. So I'm being kind of facetious, but for us it's kind of flipped. We don't live for the weekend. That's for dang sure. All right, so Caroline is asking if they're Miller moths. Honey, I don't know. And I don't keep them around. I try to get them out of my rig. I bet one day I had 20 or more in my rig, and that's with us trying to keep it closed up and keep them out and shutting the screen as soon as we go in and out. And so I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to. It'd be interesting to know what kind they are, but I didn't keep them around long enough to even look at them. And Kathy says, "Did you charge the Moths for the rides? If I had, it would have paid for my huge gas bill. That's for sure." Oh, and the morning that we got ready to leave, well, no, the day before. I always check my fluids and everything at least the day before travel day, and this time we had quite a travel for us. Plus, we had to go to Walmart and all of that, so I wanted to be sure I was prepared, and went to turn the engine on because I wanted to flush out as many moths as I could the evening before, and it was deader than a doornail. And as you guys know, I had just bought a new battery, and so it's not the alternator. The alternator was tested, and I'm still getting power and everything. And so I'm thinking that maybe my solenoid between my engine battery and my house batteries has gone out. And the battery was what, 7 years old?
Yeah.
The battery was 7 years old and needed to be replaced, and it didn't
Well, this
hold
one
the
just
charge.
didn't get a good charge from out of the...
Yeah, she's saying this one might not have got a good charge just from coming out of the shop because we only drove a short distance, and I did start it every couple of days after that for a while, but this was the first good drive. But when we got here, it has a clip that you can raise up, and it's a battery kill switch. The engine battery is what I'm talking about. And
yeah, it separates it from your house battery.
yeah, separates it from the house battery. And so when I got here, just in case, I went ahead and raised that up. And so in the next few days, when the wind and the rain and the people settle down, we'll go out and we'll try my engine again. And I'm hoping I don't still have a problem. I don't think I do, but anyway, we have solutions for it if we do. Becky says, reminds me of that old movie, The Birds. I love that movie. And as a junior high teacher, I couldn't show it to my junior high students; they would have fired me. But for scaring them. But I used to love kids that age, because they think they're all that, and they're impermeable and nothing can scare them. And so, like my nieces and my nephews and their friends and any of my friends' kids and everything, when they get to be about that junior high age, which is the age that I taught, I always love to show them that movie, The Birds. And it starts off, and they're like, "We don't want to watch this hokey ass movie," and their little junior high attitude. And by the end of the movie, they're huddled under blankets and are like, "Oh my God!" And I love that movie. It's awesomeness. And back when I was married to Wealth, when I was married to the attorney, we had a house in the Vintage Club in Palm Springs, and so did Tippi Hedren and Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith is her daughter. But Tippi Hedren and Melanie Griffith, and at the time, she was not married to Banderas, which she's not married to anymore anyway. So it was between her marriage to Don Griffith and Antonio Banderas. But Tippi Hedren and Melanie Griffith had a house there too. And so I've actually had breakfast with them. Not that they would remember or anything. It was, it was just one of those things you kind of recognize people. And they were like, "Hey, you want want to sit here. And anyway, so that's kind of cool. So that, and Tippy Hedren is who was in the birds. And so that's kind of my connection to the birds, but mostly because I love to scare the junior high kids that think they're all that and think that movie's so wimpy when it starts out, because it's an old movie, but it is one of the best ever. So let me back up and see. Oh, good. I did get it right. Oh, I did get it right. Larry says Liwan. That's how you say it. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Hi, Rob. Good to see you. Give George and Dottie a hug for me. Let's see. Yes, The Birds is a great classic movie, Caroline. Kathy, there's no generators in this campground where we are right now. Thank goodness, because we have electricity. We don't have water hookups, but we have electricity. Daylight savings ends on November 5th. So my meetup starts the day after daylight savings. We'll all suffer together. What can I say? Oh,
Gotta be somewhere.
Yeah, gotta be somewhere. You might as well be there and be having fun. And we do have fun at my meetups, I can tell you that. Oh no, Jen, are you timed out? They said they
No.
can't see you.
No,
Oh, okay.
that was from last week, I think.
Oh, okay.
When you thought you timed me out.
Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you still timed out? Well, maybe.
Maybe. It depends on how much she keeps ragging my shirt that I made her and bought her.
She's gonna time me out on purpose.
I'm gonna time her out on purpose. Sarah says the best part of being a shift worker is being able to go away midweek. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Take your time telling them. Yeah, she's thumb texting. I don't know why I'm stuck on my junior high kids right now, but also talking about texting on little phones. You know, my students would always try to text under their desk or something, and so I would always start off as I would just be kind of casually walking around the room, and I'd be like, you know, God knew we were going to need these opposable thumbs for something. That's why we have them. But you don't get to keep your phone. And they would go, oh, Miss Dickinson, and hand me their phone, and everybody else would laugh. And sometimes I would just go, opposable thumbs, and they would hold their phone out. Kathy was letting you know she hadn't seen you yet. Because she hadn't done anything yet. So see, Judy Val is saying, and thank you moderators, all of y'all, for being on here and helping out. She's saying that she bought a new battery and an alternator, but it turned out to simply be loose cables. And my cousin Mike and Cindy, Mike that's on here, he told me to check the cables, and we just haven't yet because it's been pouring rain. And this afternoon is the first time that we haven't had pouring rain, and it's windy, and there's tons of people out there. Plus I'm doing the FNL. So yes, we are going to check all of the cables and make sure they're not loose, and make sure that he got the solenoid hooked up correctly, and that nothing happened on the solenoid end to come undone from the house battery. So anyway, yeah, Morgan, we will do that. And let's see. Oh, Kathy says she just watched The Birds last week. Have you seen The Birds?
Long time ago.
Long time ago. Oh, yeah. Me too, but I like to watch it sometimes just for myself. But I get scared still, and I know what's happened. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Kathy says to reach out to them. Yeah, well, Tippy Hedren, I'm sure she's, I mean, I know she's still alive, but I don't know how she's doing. She was so sweet. Melanie always acted shy and quiet, and it was interesting, the difference. Her mother, Tippy Hedren, was so outgoing and bubbly and hi and talked to everybody, and I could see how in today's world, because people are so critical, that paparazzi or people might think that Melanie Griffith was snobbish, but she was really kind of shy, actually. But yeah, reach out to them. They'd be like, who the hell are you? So Larry is asking, do your frugal use CBs in your rigs? Something that you are, oh, good. You guys are having it installed. Okay. So tell them about the, neither one of us have CBs. Jenna has a ham operator license, but tell them about our walkie-talkie situation.
Well, hers is just a regular, one of those FMRS.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
real cheapy Walmart.
And it came as a pair, but mine crapped out right off the bat. So I am a ham operator, and I won't say what I did. Anyway, I'm using that radio.
Why can't you say what? Did you do something illegal?
No!
Well, don't say that then, because everybody will think you did something illegal.
But I'm using my radio and programming it to the same frequency as hers. So
yeah,
but
yeah. So yeah,
and it's a better radio, and it's a better antenna, and so that's what I'm using.
Yeah, this RV had a CB in it. The person that had it before kept the CB, all of the equipment, and took the antenna off the outside. And we just found a leak from them having. Well, we don't know if it was an actual leak, but where they had attached the big old long antenna on the outside, one of the screws up top was coming out, and so it was a square head, and Jana screwed that back in, and so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But yay for you guys installing a CB. I don't know many RVers out here that at least I know of and that I've met and that are on YouTube and everything that do CBs. But
RV Rebel Girl does.
Oh, RV Rebel Girl, who's on here? She does, and Carolyn, if you're still on here, RV Rebel Girl, please reach out and say something to Larry and his wife, Larry Kelly, about that, because that's beyond my knowledge. Breaker, here's the squirrel wrangler. Breaker, here's the squirrel girl. I should go back to TBI Van Girl for that. Hi, Margie and Jeff are in the house. RV Ashes and April. That's awesomeness. Good to see you on here. Oh, Judy says she took her CB out. 19 Squirrel Wrangler. That's funny. What does 19 stand for? Do you remember?
19.
19? Oh, 19?
Yeah.
Oh,
breaker
19. Okay, see, I don't know all that stuff. And Michael's saying there's our Brit friends. Missed you. Okay, and RV Rebel Girl's already telling him that she has hers. And Kathy says,
I want one, but I have an antenna issue with my truck and my truck camper. So I'm been looking at antennas that stick to my window on my truck.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Ah.
But, maybe someday I'll install a CB just for the extra.
I'm just showing y'all her Squirrel Wrangler shirt.
Of course you are.
Of course I am. Y'all may never see it again. So I'm showing it to you now. You got fuzz. You got fuzzy wuzzies.
Sammy.
Fuzzy wuzzies. So Kathy says she hasn't taken the CB out or worked on it yet. RV Ashes in April says 4. Is that like 10-4? I know that. 10-4, good buddy. Okay. And that's probably, RV Rebel Girl says she keeps it on channel 19, and that's probably what Sarah was talking about. 19 Squirrel Wrangler 19. I love it. That's gonna. Is that gonna? If you get a CB, is that gonna be your handle, Squirrel Wrangler? Everybody will know it's you. She's looking at me like I'm gonna kill you. Oh, she said. So Brenda's saying Squirrel Wrangler and Squirrel Girl would be great bumper stickers. That's awesomeness. With that same little guy on there, don't y'all think? He's so freaking adorable. I just love him. Oh, Carolyn, RV Rebel Girl is saying she has a magnetic antenna, and hers plugs into a 12-volt plug. How cool is that? Margie says her cat stepped on her laptop and typed 4.
Well, I had a magnetic antenna too, but it went on top of my truck.
My
problem is My camper sits on top of my truck, so I don't have any room for I would have to go up onto the truck camper.
Yeah.
But so I'm looking at one that it just sticks to the side of the window, basically.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That magnetic wouldn't work for you. Oh, I love that idea. Judy, y'all all wearing the KOKO Fam needs those shirts so we can all keep Debra going. That'd be good. Y'all could be the squirrel wranglers. Everybody could be the squirrel wranglers. That'd be so awesome. I would love that. Oh, what'd Judith say about Wait Until Dark? I missed it. Oh, there it is. I don't know that movie, Judith. And I thought I had seen all of Audrey Hepburn. My favorite all-time movie is Audrey Hepburn's Sabrina, with William Holden and Humphrey Bogart. That's my all-time favorite movie. I know that movie line for line, and but I don't know
Sarah?
That one. What did Sarah say? I'll get there. Hold on.
Sorry,
That's okay. No, I love it. I love it. She's already warning me. We're Frigger's leg warmers from Flashdance. Yes, yeah, Sarah, you still have to fly over from the UK to help me get Jana in leg warmers. I just don't see that happening, but we can try. Okay, RV Rebel Girl. There you go, about Channel 9 and Channel 10. And she was saying 1-9, not Channel 9. But yeah, there you go. That's too great. So hi, Cheryl. And Cheryl is coming up on her 6th road anniversary this year, from 6 years of this month, 6 years of being on the road. So Kathy has a birthday coming up this month, and Cheryl Pup Camper 1558 has her 6th year road anniversary coming up this month. Who else has something coming up this month, anniversary or birthday or whatever? I bet you are full again this weekend, and I don't know how you run that camp as a camp host by yourself. That's crazy. My shirt's itching me. We just got them. Okay, let me see what else is next. Oh, fire. Okay, you guys know that we had to run from a fire last summer. So we were at Manzano Mountains State Park, and Judy says her 2-year was May 17th. Sorry, I missed it. And May 17th is Morgan Threads and Jars' birthday. So y'all have that in common. That's too cool. And boy, there's a lot happening June 11th like there was May 17th. That's too cool. So we had to run from that fire, and then this year we were at Manzano Mountain State Park, and there was all this smoke. Just covered the whole hillside, and a couple of hot spots broke out, and so we had like PTSD. It just like but fortunately we had seen some signs that said that it was a prescribed fire. Now, last year, New Mexico had the worst fire they've ever had in their history from a prescribed fire. And this year, it was again windy days. It was like the windiest days that we had seen, and they were doing this prescribed fire. And so it was kind of hard to sleep at night because you could smell the smoke on occasion, and it was just enough to make us go, because where Manzano Mountain State Park is up at the end of a road, and there's only one way down. Well, there's one way down, and then when you get down to a certain point, you can go out different ways. But anyway, I don't know why they were doing a prescribed fire on the windiest days, but they did, and it went well. It lasted for 3 or 4 days, right? I think. Well, then we left. Yeah. And then the rains began, and which is good. So I don't know if they continued it after that, but that was a little hairy. But it cracks us up, because the next thing kind of ties with that. The pit, no pit is my next title. Our next topic. So there in the forest where, it is dense forest, they had a barbecue pit, a raised barbecue pit, and a huge fire pit in the ground, a fire ring. And here, where we are at Santa Rosa Lake State Park, they have a raised on a stand barbecue pit that you can use, but no fire rings, and they don't allow fires. And there's like nothing around that. I mean, anything can catch fire, but I mean, there's no trees. It's not a forest. It's high desert. It would be a perfect place to have a campfire, and they don't have that. So it's really kind of funny. In the forest, you could have fires. Here at the high desert, you can't have fires. In the forest, they didn't have showers, and here they have showers. So fire pit, no showers, no fire pit, but showers. Every state park is so different. But I just find that really odd that you can't have campfires here, but you could in the forest. And in the loop where we were, we specifically tried to choose campsites that allow us some privacy, and we've been very lucky and blessed to have been able to do that. And so in the loop that we were in, we had the perfect campsite, so wasn't anybody around us, and it was just great. But in the lower loop, they're just stacked on top of each other, and all those people having campfires and everything. And you get here, and no, you can't have one, and we're all spread out, and there's no trees. So I don't get the reasoning. I don't understand it, but I just thought that was weird. I had to share that with y'all. The fires and pit no pit. All right, so let me see if I can catch up. And let's see. I backed up too far, and I saw that about leg warmers again. Cracks me up. Oh, let's see. Oh, did you see RV Rebel Girl, the papa, telling you to check loves?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Larry, I think that's a great idea. I think a CB on the road is, as much as we all travel, is a great idea. Happy National Donut Day! Dang, be on the road. I missed that.
I made donuts.
We could have made donuts if we like I cooked. Jenna could have made donuts this morning. I almost made her spit her drink. Oh gosh, I just double tapped something. If I deleted somebody, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I think I did. I'm sorry. Because I see something doubled up. Hold on, let me come back. Cancel. Top chat, and then go to live chat. Okay, yeah, I think I deleted somebody. I don't know who, but I apologize. Oh goodness. It might have been Kathy Decree. If I deleted one of your comments, I apologize.
No.
No, I didn't. Good. FNL button pusher on fire. Fire. Oh, that's another thing. So what were we doing? We were sitting outside, okay, in the Manzano Mountains, in that dense forest and everything. And Jenna's going to have this great video coming up about a knife that she's been testing that this manufacturer sent to her. And I'm not going to, y'all need to watch her channel, Frugal RV Gal. And if you're not subscribed, please hop over, make sure that you are. But she's testing this knife, and with it came, what is that round thing, that sparker thing?
Ferro rod.
A ferro rod. And so she's starting all these fires in the pit to demonstrate the ferro rod. And I'm all sitting out there going, every time she did, I'd go, fire! And finally I look up at the next campsite, everybody's I was like, oh, sorry. I shouldn't be yelling fire in a dense forest. That was really stupid. Sarah, that's so cool. Oh man, Robin, now you tell us. Many shops are giving out free donuts today. Oh man, that would have been so cool. My uncle was a CB and ham radio, and I used to travel with him in his truck a
Where
lot.
you going, Bando?
But he hears that dog.
We gonna go check it out.
Yeah, do we need to make sure the screen's locked? I don't want him. Bandit has learned how to push the screen door open, so I have to make sure that it stays locked. He's a smart little booger. So I'll talk about, no, I don't want to talk about 0 to 3 miles. We'll wait till you get back. So Jana is putting the lock on the screen. And so while we were there at Manzano Mountains, I'm going to let her, she's getting something to drink. And when she gets back, I'll tell you, we went walking a lot. I got sick, and my patrons know about it, but before I got sick, we were walking a lot, and Jana did some geocaching. And she's going to tell you about that in a minute. she had to get up right when we get to that subject. But let me see what's on here. Oh, free donuts. Now I'm hungry.
I know.
I wasn't. Jana offered
Guess what we're having?
We're having chalupas.
Chalupas.
It's kind of like donuts.
How is that?
Don't know. Round.
Chalupas.
It's round.
Yeah. Bean and taco meat chalupas.
Yeah, bean and taco meat chalupas. So I wanted Jana to talk about, because we went walking at Manzano a lot. It was just beautiful up there, beautiful weather. I think the highest we had was like 68, and just gorgeous. And we left right when the rains were, you want to come up? We left right when the rains were beginning, and came to the high desert. And while we were out, 5 geocaches. I'm going to let her tell you about it, but y'all be sure and watch her channel. Okay, Judy, thank you for letting us know. I'm going to let her tell you about it, and be sure and watch her channel for the videos of all these geocaches she found, and one that went way back to the early days.
One that went back to... I'm on!
You're on.
I don't know what she's talking about.
The early days, the bird, no, not bird, the...
Obviously, this isn't rehearsed.
the one that went back to the early days of geocaching.
Oh, okay.
What is that called?
Letterboxing.
Letterboxing.
Well, geocaching was around during that. I just didn't know about it. But, I don't know. We found, what'd you say, 5 or 6?
Yeah, at least.
They're in the state park.
And one that the state parks are doing that we didn't know about. Oh, I wonder if there's one here.
Yeah, supposedly, and I know Texas does this, but apparently there's at least one geocache in all the state parks in New Mexico. Yet to know that, we'll see. But I've found 5 or so there, and one of them did say letterboxing, and that's how I was introduced to geocaching, was through what was called letterboxing. And me and a friend, she actually turned me on to it. And letterboxing, and I don't even think it exists anymore, but there was a website like geocaching. But you created a stamp, or you had a stamp, you made a stamp, whatever. I made mine. And then the letterbox had a stamp in it. And so I had a small book, kind of like this, that I would put all my stamps in, and where I'd log where they were from and everything. So you'd take a stamp pad, and you would take their stamp, stamp your book, and then you would take your stamp and stamp their book. So actually the letterboxes had to be pretty big to hold stamps and books and all that. So moving forward, I got out of letterboxing and started geocaching, because I didn't really have to carry a stamp and a stamp pad and all that. And I think letterboxing kind of died off, and geocaching is now the thing. But it was fun to see that there's used to be a letterbox, but there wasn't a stamp in it.
Well, thank God, because it was like, it wasn't waterproof.
Yeah, and that, most of the geocaches, when people put them out there, they're pretty aware and they make them waterproof because of the rain and the weather. But this was in an old eyeglasses case. And
Yeah.
so it was like, it had the metal hinge and it was like it was like that was not waterproof at all. But you can log on the app that, either the log needs servicing or the whole geocache needs servicing or whatever, but you can put that in the app.
Yeah.
And
Well, inside the eyeglass case, it had a little metal thing.
it had a different, the log was in there in something else. I can't even remember what it was in. Was it just in a little baggie?
I
I think it was in a little baggie. And somebody, if you get into geocaching, you can carry items to put in there. You can carry items, little pieces of paper that if their log is full or wet, you can, kind of help the geocacher person that hid the geocache, kind of help them maintain the geocache. So, but somebody had put a piece of paper in there because they said it's soggy. So, yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it
And
was fun.
And one that we found was at the actual sign, the Manzano Mountain
Yes.
State Park sign.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, you guys, because you can't get to the sign from the road. You have to be out on the trail to get to the sign. I mean, you could, but it's straight up. So even if you came up the road and you pulled over and you parked and you got up to go up to the sign, you'd almost have to have you'd almost need a belay and a rope.
Well, and
So we found it by going on the trail, and it happened to be at the sign. But
yeah, I mean you can look at a geocache and it may say it's 500 feet away, but that's as a crow flies. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna only go 500 feet. You may have to go around. You may have to go around a pond. You may have to go around something to get there or
swim.
Yeah. So just because it's 500 feet, but it's a fun thing to do, and like I said, because of letterboxing and geocaches, I go to places that I would never go go. It takes me to go see different parts of the country.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Thanks, Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all be watching her channel for the geocaching. y'all be watching her channel for the geocaching videos and all of that, because we really did have fun. Oh my gosh, Judy says her oldest sister met her hubby on the ham radio 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, the original online dating. Oh, Judy, that is such a fantastic story. Judy, if you think about it, share that on the KOKO Fam Facebook group, because that's a wonderful story. Caroline says National Donut Day should be an official national holiday. I agree. Everybody gets the day off to eat donuts. Oh, yay. Be on the Road says she is subscribed to Frugal RV Gal too. That's awesomeness. Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. And smile, you're on candid camera, Jana. That's so awesome. RV Rebel Girl says that Texas also has at least one geocache at each park. I think this is something special that the New Mexico state parks are doing. They have geocaches at every park, but this is one that the actual state is putting out.
Well, and Texas does too.
Oh, and Texas does too?
Yeah, they actually had a few years ago, they had what was called the Texas Challenge.
Texas Challenge,
and
okay.
The sticker for the Texas, they were all in ammo boxes, and they had a big sticker on the side that it was a Texas Challenge.
Oh, good.
And so they did
Yeah, New Mexico didn't have a sticker on theirs, and I'm like, they should have at least a New Mexico State Park sticker on it. Yay. Yeah, Pup Camper, let us know if there's one in the state park there. And Judy Val says, I'm back. Yeah, Margie, I'd never heard of letterboxing either, but I'm brand new to geocaching. So Brenda says, happy Friday. Hey, Arthur, good to see you. I'm glad that you are here. And so Pup Camper 58 is asking if Jana always puts something in the geocaches when she finds them. It depends on the size of the container, and if we find it by surprise. Sometimes we've been out hiking, not planning on geocaching, and she'll just say, "Oh, I wonder if there's a geocache around here," and she'll turn her app on, and sure enough, there is. And of course, she didn't have anything with her at that time. But she always has, when she travels with her,
Well,
she always has her pen and a book in case she needs to leave paper.
yeah. But some of them are this size.
Yeah.
So you can't leave anything. There's just a little piece of paper rolled up in there. And so you, well, these have earplugs in them, but it'll be a
For me.
little piece of paper um, scrolled up in there. And so you just take the paper out, put the date and your name or whatever, and then log it in the app, the Geocache app. But, so
Yeah.
there's all different sizes, like I said, up from ammo box sizes to,
Little bitty.
yeah,
Micro.
micro.
And the hints will tell you often if it's micro. And sometimes the micros are hanging from trees or something. So let's see. Oh, Doreen says she had fun hiding geocaches. She did the Fairyland series in Texas.
Oh.
And by the way, hi, Doreen and Steve. I didn't know you were on here. I missed it if you had said something before. They have their 48th anniversary coming up this month. So happy early anniversary, Doreen and Steve Olson. Glad that you're on here. Let's see. Oh, Mike says that he and Cindy went to Surfside Beach today for their favorite lunch and to watch the big ships come in. And wanted to drive the beach, but it was too crowded. Yep, it's a Friday. RV Ashes in April. Margie and Jeff are heading out. And thank y'all for being on here. Love you guys. Brenda says she used to geocache but didn't have much luck. I just go with Jenna while she geocaches, and she always finds them. Sometimes I'll say, here it is, but usually she finds it. Megan says, Amino Fairy says in the early 70s, having a CB saved her life while camping. That sounds like a fascinating story. Megan. Hey, C-Dub's Journey. She says she and Dan have been climbing over and under fences to get to geocaches, up and down the sides of mountains, and someone had the audacity to put a fence up. That's hilarious.
That's
Caroline
funny.
says geocaching is a great way to get out and get some exercise and have a ton of fun. It is, and they're everywhere. They're all over the world. It's not just in the United States. Sarah and Tanya, if you are still on here, do y'all geocache over there? Let's see. Kathy says it was probably still fun, C-Dubs, and I bet it was. Oh, good. Cindy says that they've checked out geocaches
cool.
and that they're in their area, but none at the beach. I'm surprised about that too, Cindy. But that's really cool that you have found it. And Judy says she had one of the little geocache radios. We don't know what that. We don't know what a geocache radio is, Judy. That sounds interesting too. Yeah, Brenda, try it again because it is lots and lots and lots of fun. And I'll try to have a geocache class. Steve and Doreen that are on here. Steve did a great geocache class a couple of years ago at KOKO Fest, and we'll see if we can have it again. And I need to contact Steve and Doreen. Remind me to ask you about that. C-Dub says that some of those micros are called bison. No, go near the bison. No, it's two different things. Yeah, Judy, I bet there is a lot around Bishop. It was a pre-app. I don't understand.
Oh, was she using a GPS?
Oh, a GPS thing?
Before
Gotcha.
there was the app, there was a you do
GPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
devices.
Judith says back in the good old days it was called treasure hunts. Yeah, with the paper map and everything. Yeah. But these are worldwide and they have all different kinds. They have art geocache. The Dan Van just finished doing the alien face. When you get it, you log on to the app that you got it and it gives you a dot that you got that place. And the one that he just did, when you get them all, it draws an alien face. How cool is that? Geo art. That's what it's called. But yeah, Judith, yeah, I remember good old fashioned treasure hunts. That I still enjoy them. Oh, maybe we can do a treasure hunt at KOKO Fest. That would be fun. I'll have to ask. I have to coordinate that with the park superintendent. So we'll see. Oh yeah, Pup Camper. You want the main Geocache app? When I first did, in fact, my very first geocache was with the Dan Van in Wyoming. He took me on my very first one, and he kept saying it shows da 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 da, and I'm like, Dan, I don't see that. And he stopped and looked at my phone, and I had downloaded the wrong app. And so you want to be sure that you get the right one. And I don't know what that is. Don't ask me. Go to either Frugal RV Gal, C Dub's Journey, or the Dan Van to find out about that. Sarah says, yes, they even have social groups for geocachers. That is too cool. I'm sure they do here in the United States too, Sarah, but I'm not aware of it. And thanks everyone for hitting the thumbs up. That's right, Kathy. Thank you for staying on top of that. And Dub says she couldn't see anyone chatting. Yeah, they moved the chats to underneath the comments. When you hit live chat, if you touch the comments down below there, then the live chat will open up when you're on it live stream. And Kathy Decree's thing keeps messing up. I don't know why. See? See? I don't know why it's doing that. Do you see hers?
I think the only thing that's different is when she types in all caps, it may be.
Oh, when you type in all caps, it messes up on my phone. Not necessarily messes up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that.
Okay, so Doreen says that they've been in a geocache group in Texas for 7 years. So see, we do have social groups like you do there in the UK, Sarah. Cool. Dubs, are you able to see the chat now? And so Pup Camper 58 says, how does she know she's looking at the right one? Jana's going to look and see if she can find it on her phone. Now, Jana has an Android. I have an Apple, and the icons look a little differently. But look.
So it's this app right here.
Come in closer.
And when you open it up, well, hang on.
Hang on, guys. Can you come closer to the camera with the app?
See that?
Did you see the green?
Yeah, it's a green.
Green.
What is that?
Here, can I do this? So look for this green right there. See that green with the square? Yeah, right here right by my thumb right here.
Or if you go to geocaching.com, you'll see that same icon. So look for that.
Geocaching.com.
It's the official geocaching app.
Yeah, I hope that helps. Hope that helps. Okay. What's my next topic? How are y'all doing? Or is everybody okay? You want to keep going? Oh, the 3 tragedies.
I haven't had any bids on my shirt.
Oh, 0 to 3. She wants a bid on her shirt. I designed it.
I'm kidding.
Oh, she's not kidding. Y'all, Dubs, have you seen our shirts? Here, we have to show them again. Because I told them later in the, here, we have to show them. She's like, no, I ain't showing anybody again. You don't have to do anything, Jenna. But this is my squirrel t-shirt. She's not gonna. She's not gonna show y'all. And this is her squirrel wrangler t-shirt.
It's for sale.
It's for sale. It's got a hat and a lasso. And I still don't know who from Friday Night Live came up with the idea for us to do this, but we've had such, it was so funny unboxing it and picking out the color and everything. Judy says your shirt is too small. They come in all sizes, Judy. Oh goodness. Okay, Cheryl says she got it. Good, 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 good. Let's see. Sarah says that we had a job in my beat for a lady who was trampled by cows looking for geocache. Oh, no.
Yeah, watch your environment.
Yeah, watch your environment when you're out geocaching. And she says amazing friends and colleagues found her and her dog. The lady was okay, but poorly at the time. Well, I'm glad that she got okay. And wow, yeah, geocaching, you don't want to,
It can be dangerous.
You want to be careful. Hey, JD is in the house. Hi, JD. It was so fun to meet you at the last mini meetup. Thank you for being here on the Friday Night Live. And I'm glad y'all like the shirts. We've had more fun with them. Jana, Kathy says if you'll sign it, she'll give you $10 plus shipping and handling. She might take you up on it.
No, she's got to pick it up at
She's
KOKO
got.
Fam.
Oh yeah, you got to pick it up at KOKO Fest. She says. KOKO Fest door price.
Costs more
Yeah,
than $10.
thumbs up, JD. Yeah, it costs more. Plus all my time designing it. I'm just saying, $10. No, that's funny. That's funny, Kathy. I love it. Okay, so next is 0 to 3 miles. I'm not going to belabor this. C-Dub says cute.
Yeah.
It's just for Friday Night Live. Doreen says they capsized on the Brazos River during a group geocache hunt event. Oh my goodness. Kathy, we do hope you get there for sure. That's crazy, Doreen. And y'all have been all over geocaching and doing all kinds of stuff for geocache. I can't remember. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I can't remember if you guys have said y'all are coming to KOKO Fest, if y'all can make it again this year or not. It seems like you might be heading in a different direction. But if y'all are going to be there, I'm going to try to wrangle Steve into doing the geocache class.
She said the word.
The wrangle. Oh, that's so funny. Lisa's on. She says huge hugs for everyone. Okay, I won't go into detail about this, but I've been sick for a while. Okay, Doreen, gotcha. You're not sure yet. And I shared it with my patrons and everything. And if you want to join the KOKO Fam patrons for as little as $1 a month, you can do that. And that's where I share behind the scenes stuff and current event and up-to-date stuff. But anyway, so I wasn't able, we didn't do a lot of walking for a little over a week. And then I got better and better. And so we did a half-mile trek to go find that. Bandit is being a little obnoxious. I'll just squirrel for a moment. I want to tell y'all. Oh, Lisa says she's visiting friends and just finished dinner. Glad you could join us. Yeah, Doreen, my cousin Cindy says the Brazos is not a river you want to capsize in. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that's true. So a squirrel moment from the story that I was about to tell. Bandit is being a little needy and a little obnoxious, and he's trying to get my attention, and he's like scratching, not like scratching, but trying to get my attention because 4 o'clock is normally his comer time, and I have to say it in Spanish because if I use and I can't spell it because Sammy has even learned how to spell the word, but we're talking about EATING like you do at a diner. So y'all know the F word that I'm trying to talk about without spelling it.
She's asleep.
And so the
And she's
FOO.
already been.
Okay, FOOD. She's already had hers, but I forgot. And Bandit doesn't get his FOOD, making sure she doesn't wake up until after Friday Night Live. And so he's being a little obnoxious and a little needy right now. So y'all probably heard him when Jenna was talking about geocache. He was in the back. And now he's acting like he's going to die because he hasn't had his FOD. He's such a drama king. Can y'all believe it? He's such a drama king. I can't believe he's doing this. Anyway, so I just wanted y'all to know if you hear him being like all and now he's just playing pathetic. But that's too funny. Y'all have a river where you fell getting your kayak. Oh goodness, yeah. And oh, I don't know if Letty is still on here, but Letty recently went kayaking and shared some pictures with me. And she had a little trouble getting in, and I told her getting in and out of the kayaks is the worst. Oh, and it was a cold dunk in February. My goodness. All right, so let me. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Oh, and Bev is at Zion National Park. Um, Yay! That's such a beautiful place. Joan Rock Pringle and her group just left there, and let's see. I think it was Bev Hall that has another patron that has an anniversary coming up. Her and her husband are celebrating their 40th. But I know that wasn't you, Bev, Nana Adventures, but that's what made me think of it. Okay, so we walked about half a mile to find one of the geocaches. It was only half a mile from our campsite. And so when I started feeling better, that's one of the things that we went to do to test my strength because we wanted to go see some of the missions in the area. And I had been really, really sick and had not been able to walk or do anything. Had eaten very little and everything, and so over a few days we did the geocaching to build up my strength. And like I said, one of them was just about a half a mile away. But to do one of the missions, we did 2.8 miles that day. And so I didn't want to get out there and go try to do that if we couldn't. But we did. And that was my next topic, the three tragedies. And I'm not the one applying that word to it. Even the historians have said that it's just three tragic dramas that played out in New Mexico. And of course, in all history across the world, every nation has their dramatic stories. But it was unreal to be at these places, and we will have videos coming up about it. But that just where the ancients had lived, and they went through not from the ancients having lived there into not modern indigenous, but the indigenous of the 1500s and everything. And then in the 1600s, the conquistadors, is that what they're called? The conquistadors? The the
Spaniards.
Spaniard troops that came through, they were likened to Nordsmen back in the days. But anyway, the conquistadors came through, and they didn't want this area because they had been used to pillaging Mexico and all of their gold and the Inca gold and everything. And again, we're talking now the 1600s, and they got to these villages, these pueblos. So they were built as pueblos, Indian pueblos and villages, and they got there, but there wasn't the gold and everything that they had thought there was, and so they didn't want them. But the Franciscan friars that traveled with the armies were like, well, we can convert these Indians. We're going to stay. And so they stayed. Convert them to the Catholicism at the time, but was just known as Catholicism now, but at the time was just known as Christianity. And so they took the missions, they took these villages over, and then started calling them churches, and had the Indians build these elaborate churches that were just, they're mind-boggling. And now that's all that's left, of course, is the ruins. But even just walking through the ruins and seeing the pictures and everything was just, it was just mind-boggling. But the Indians built these fantastic missions inside their own pueblos that the Franciscan priest and everybody took over. And this is around in New Mexico, around Manzano and around Mountain Air. And so it was just fascinating to me, and we went to three of them. Oh, and then this is just me being me, but what I picked out from what I could read of the signs and and retain and everything. And I took notes like crazy, and pictures of the signs and everything like crazy, so that I could reread
There's
them
one of
later.
them.
Oh yeah. So can y'all see that? There's one of them. We posted it on Instagram and Facebook.
That's
But
one of
there's
the
one of them. This is Abo, isn't it?
No,
Abo.
that was the first one.
That was the first one.
And
And
that's
so,
the
yeah.
ruins of a church.
That's the ruins of the church they were two, and the churches were, thank you, Jenna, very much. They were 2 and 3 stories high, and they had the Indians build them. And so I know it was gorgeous. And so the 3 that we went to, and we'll have videos coming up, but is Korai, that was Korai, and then there's Abo, and then there's the Grand Kivera. And so we went to those 3. And but what happened was that and they were all built on the rivers. Well, and what is amazing to me, I'm going to back up a little bit, is that they are claimed to be that the Spaniards built these missions. No, they didn't. They built churches inside these villages, these extravagant, elaborate villages that were already there in these beautiful mountains and on these rivers and creeks. But history has it that the Spaniards built these missions, and there's a whole history before that, and they didn't build anything. The Indians built it all. But then by the 1800s, the area was in drought, and then there was fighting between the statehood, and I'm gonna get off of this in a second. But you either supported the state or you supported the church, and then by now there was beginning to be Indian uprisings, not like we know in our country and Western days, and but that did happen later. But and then there came a drought. And so the Indians and the Indians also, they're the ones that did the what is the dance, the not Kiwa and the I know Kachina dances, and I have a Kachina doll, and they did the figurines and everything, and for them, that's just who they prayed to for their crops and their rain and everything, and they believed they had to get the costumes and everything just right, and they believed that everybody, no matter what your religion was, had the same God. And so they were willing to accept these Christians when they came in, because they thought, well, they pray to this Jesus, and we the Kachinas pray to God for us, and so it's kind of all the same. But they were over it by then, and so they were leaving in hordes. But it got so absolutely bad, and people were dying. Like 450 died in 1 year in this one pueblo. And so when the Spaniards and the priest wanted to bail, they asked the Kiwa, and there was another
Tiwa?
Tiwa, Kiwa, but I can't remember the Tonapa.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get it wrong. But they were leaving, and they asked them, "Can you take us with you to safety?" Talking about it coming full circle. And so the Indians ended up saving the priest and the Spaniards, and took them out to places that are all out around here, Chillalilly, and I'm not going to get the names right, but anyway, to other settlements. And then those places were left empty for almost 100 years. And the army came in, and then you had the Apaches and the Navajo and everything, and that they just all kept going into different hands. And now and it was President Roosevelt, I think, that made them into national monuments. And so we toured those places, and I'm sharing that because I want you to know that you never know what you're going to come across out here. And please don't ever take anything at face value. When you read signs that say this was a mission that the Spaniards built until it was taken over and blah, 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 do a little bit more digging, because the real history is beyond that and goes to the ancients and the indigenous and their beautiful love of life and for this Mother Earth and their practice of spirituality. And it was really haunting to tour those places. And we were very blessed to be there in beautiful weather, and I was very blessed to be well, to be able to do that. And I had to go very slowly because I was coming off of that illness, but I didn't want to miss it. And I want to thank Jenna for being so patient. And it took us, we did one day, and we did two the next day. There, you had to travel about 40 miles in between those two, and so I got to sit a lot. But it took us all dang day because I was so slow. So I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that that's coming up in videos and what we've been up to this week, because it's been a jam-packed week, and I want y'all to be looking for that on both our channels.
Well, and
Because
another thing,
you tell
well,
them so I
just
can get a drink.
another thing after, well, not after, well, yeah, after this was known as the Salinas Pueblo National Monument area, which included all three of those ruins. But even before that, we did videos on Fort Craig. So coming through that time period, and then the forts, what were the forts raised for? For protection from the Indians.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
in the later.
yeah, in the later 1800s, and so I mean, it's just all the history that we've been reading about and consuming, and it's. I mean, every state has history. I get that.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
been
know, we're just
mind-boggling, and for it to
yeah.
go back to the 1300s and 1500s, and you see forts and everything from the 1800s and some late 1700s all the time, but to realize that you were walking on something that wasn't just the 1800s, that it went back to the 1300s and 1500s, and most of it has not been excavated because they don't have the money and nobody's interested in it. And I'm like, give me a shovel. And of course you don't want to do that. And I'm not encouraging that. Please don't go do that. But the just the what history must be there, and if it was excavated, what we might learn about the ancients and how they lived and everything is beyond early beyond anything to do with the conquistadors and the Spanish missions. Would just, I think, would be mind-boggling. And in Homolovi, people did go take tractors and shovel them up and everything, trying to find clay pottery that they could sell, and very commercialized, and before the state took it over. And that's in Arizona, outside of Winslow, before the state took it over and protected it as a state park. And you can see where they took the equipment out there and tried to find stuff for monetary gain. So anyway, that's the teacher coming out in me. But Jenna and I just really have had a great week and enjoyed that. And so we're both looking forward to getting those videos up for you, and in hope that we did it justice in some way, for sure. Um, let's see. Bev says, happy anniversary and happy birthday, everybody. I'm backing up and catching up on comments like I like to do. And she says her two sisters, her brother, and her oldest daughter all have birthdays this month. Wow. That's amazing. And my cousins are exchanging with Roman B that they are both near the coast. Columbus, Ohio. Hi, Debbie Breeze. And yeah, it's the sun's going to be going down. We're going to have to close up here in a little bit. It's a little bit chilly here today. I think the high today here was supposed to be 71, but I don't think it ever got out of the 60s. So we're enjoying a beautiful, beautiful weather. Sarah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I mean, and that's coming from Sarah. She's saying, so interesting, such a rich history, and that's coming from Sarah in the UK, where y'all go way, that's like modern history to you guys, because y'all go back so far with your history in your country. And thank you for saying that. That's so kind. Let me see what else. I'm backing up, and I don't want to be boring for you guys while I read, so let me just keep going forward. Oh, I love that y'all are sharing. I love when y'all talk to each other. Morgan Threads and Jars says she's been in New Mexico, Colorado for 40 years and loves the history. I don't see me ever having the money to buy a place, but I could so live in New Mexico. I love it here so much. Roman B says she just bought a van already built out. Woo! Congratulations. And that is awesomeness. Um, Judy is in SoCal, and she says that it's about 88 there. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad I was well enough to do it too. I would have been really sad. Of course, we could have gone back, but it was something I really wanted to do while we were there. I not only rested up for a day or two, Bev. She's saying I thought you were going to rest up for a day or two. I was in bed, unable to hardly move for 2 days. And 2 days before that, I was sick. 2 days after that, I rested. And then we took 2 days of just walking a little bit at a time. So it is, I did. That's all I did was rest and hardly had anything but like jello and applesauce and dry toast and for days. So I rested a lot. Um, and let's see. Oh, thanks, Judith. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that. Yeah, Kathy, it doesn't get taught too much. Dame the First, hello, welcome, and thank you all for the thumbs up. I just saw a couple of more go up there. I appreciate that so much. Every little bit helps. Oh, good, Cindy, you got the postcard today from that area. Good, good, good. Thank you, Caroline. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and you too, Pup Camper. Um, let's see. Forts and museums. Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, you've got the Roman ruins and the cathedrals and everything there, Sarah. Just really, really old history. Indian fry bread. I've from New Mexico area. Judith is asking.
Yeah, I've had it.
You've had it. Let me get a drink.
Around the Lincoln, New Mexico area. It was
where you
Fort
camp
Stanton.
hosted?
Yeah, I like it, and I want to fix it. One of these days, I'm gonna make some Indian fry bread. It's gonna happen. You wait and see.
Yeah, Jana camp hosted in that area for a long time. Y'all be sure and check out those videos. They're really cool. Um, okay. So I have another thing that messed up, so y'all hang on. I don't know why. It messes up on me.
I don't know why that's happening either.
I don't either.
Well, you got a sticker from Leslie.
Oh, Leslie, thank you. And hi, I didn't know you were on here. Thank you so much.
So I don't know if you saw
I did not.
the comment too, from ancient ruins to modern day squirrels.
What can't you cover?
No,
Leslie.
There you go.
Pretty
You
much.
get it all right here.
Squirrel. You never know what's going to come out of there. Oh, and Morgan Threads and Jars is asking why I was so sick. Well, I shared it. I shared it with my patrons, but ever since my brain surgery, I have what's called EPI, exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, and it just gets me every now and then, and lays me out. It's just part of it, and I had made an appointment to go to an emergency clinic, and fortunately my fever broke and I started getting better. And anyway, I'm good and was able to do all of that. And I'm very, very happy and very, very blessed, and was very grateful to Jana for being willing to drive and let me just ride along and walk those ruins. Rhonda Bear. Oh, Rhonda. Hi, sweetheart. Rhonda Bear says, I know how. She can give us a recipe. Yay, Rhonda. Either send an I'm on Patreon or email me at deborahdoesrvlife@gmail.com. That would be great. I actually think, I know we've talked already, so I know you know how to get a hold of me, but that would be awesome, right? to get a fry bread recipe
Oh,
from
yeah.
Rhonda Bear. Yay, and I'm so glad you're on here tonight. Let's see. RV Rebel Girl says she loves fry bread too. She says it's C-Dubs will tell you it's her favorite. She'll go off her keto diet for Indian fry
Heck
bread.
yeah, anybody
That's
will go off
great.
a diet for
Yeah,
that. Indian
yeah,
fry
and
bread.
especially Rhonda's going to send us.
It's kind of like a chalupa, but it's puffed fry bread. So I had a Indian fry bread taco, I guess, when I had it. So yeah, everything that we're putting on chalupas tonight, you can put on a fry. Well, you can put anything on a fry bread, but
Wouldn't
Indian
that
fry
be
bread,
cool?
yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. So Rhonda, we look forward to getting that recipe from
Heck
you.
yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That'll be great to get that from you and let us know how
Jeff
far back
Catania.
how far back that recipe that you send us goes. Indian taco. Yeah, that'd
Yep.
be cool. That'd be cool.
That's what I had.
Lisa says she's on her way. No, she says I'll be there before you know it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes, Rhonda, thank you. Let's see. What else have I C-Dub says, yes, Carol, RV Rebel Girl, indeed you do. Kathy says, I ate too many green chili burgers. No, that wasn't it. Oh, that wasn't it. What did my cousin say? When you've been around as long as dirt, you tend to learn stuff. Michael, you're so funny. You're not that much older, unless you're talking about me being older than dirt. I am going to be 65 in July, so there's that. Patricia Tilden says it's 70 sunny and 74 in Idaho. That does sound like pretty weather. Yeah, I love Indian tacos too, Judy. John Jay, hello, welcome. Glad you said hello. Oh, thank you, John Jay. That's sweet. Let's see. Judith is encouraging Rebel RV Gal to forget the diet, went for the fry bread.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Threads and jars, I really don't know. I might hold a mini meetup in this area. We'll see. Right now, I'm trying to get caught up from being laid out for so long. And so we'll see how it goes. Kathy DeCree says, 65 is not old, please. I don't feel old. Well, I did this last week. I was feeling old and washed up, but that was the illness. And no, it's not old. Judy says I'm just a child. Y'all are so funny. Like y'all are that much older than me. Give me a break. I know y'all's age. Let's see. John Jay says, so what's the significance of squirrel? I want to show y'all something. So up here, see that sign? Where is it? See that sign says, beware of squirrel. My curtain's blowing, so you might not can see it. My good friend, Lori War, sent that to me because with my brain injury, I'll be talking along. And I've always been accused of having blonde roots, and I just dye my hair dark. Because I've always had a little bit of squirrel in me. But with my brain injury, it's like something will pop into my head and I either need to make a note or I just talk about it right then because otherwise I'll forget. And so on the Friday Night Live, people just started going squirrel because I would change subjects so often. And so it's just become a cute thing about, there goes Debra again, squirrel. So that's where that comes from. Let's see. Lisa Roth, you are not. My sisters are all in their 80s. Well, I'm sorry, except for my late sister, but my sisters are in their 80s. You are not. Morgan says, I'm in Colorado Springs and can drive down in a day if you want company. Keep an eye out and I'll let you know if I'm going to do a mini meetup or something like that. And otherwise I'm still laying pretty low. But thank you because that would be awesome. And if we're in this area, we may be in this area for a while and I would love to do that. And it would be great to meet you. Let's see. Yes, fry bread is good without anything on it. So I would say she's going to be 67 soon. Mike robbed the cradle. That darn Mike, he's always robbing something. Oh, Sue says August 3rd is her birthday. Happy early birthday. Patricia says it's not the years, it's the mile. I love it. I love it. And yes, Kathy, I said happy birthday to you earlier. I hope our early birthday. I hope that you heard me. Um, if I drive down, she's gonna take your T-shirt away from you. That's awesomeness. All right, I know we've been on here for a while. Oh, so in the area when we went and visited these places, since it was either President Taft or President Roosevelt, and I apologize, I don't remember, that made them.
Taft.
I think it was Taft that made them national monuments, and so there is a national park station or office or whatever regional office, whatever you call it, national park headquarters in the area that services those three national monuments that we went to visit, and it is in Mountain Air. And so we went to the national park office and got our stamps and everything for the three places, and you can actually get them at the places too, but we just got them all three there, and I got some gifts for some people, and the but what we found out was on the side of the bag when we walked out, it had Western National Parks Association keeps our national parks going, or something like that. It was a slogan on the side of the gift bag, the tote bag. And I was like, what the heck is Western National Parks Association? Well, you guys, heads up. Western National Parks Association is headquartered out of Tucson, and they make everything that's in all of the national park stores. Well, at least the ones in the West. I'm sure there's different associations now that I know about this in the different areas of the country. And you can go to their store online. And so if you want something from the national parks, or you were there and they didn't have what you wanted, or they were out, or you wanted a different color or something, go to westernnationalparksassociation.com. I think it's .com. I don't think it's .org. Or just Google it, and you will find their store. And if you're in Tucson, I can't wait to go to see if I can get to that store. Their actual headquarters. Bye, Cheryl. Love you. Because they say in the store, they concentrate, not for national parks, but in their store in Tucson, this actual association, they concentrate on the indigenous history and the local history and all that I was just telling you about. And so I can't wait to go there. Those are on their National Park online store, where of all the stuff that they put in the national park offices. But I can't wait to go there, and it is in Tucson. And so I wanted to share that with you, that my research came up with. So it's Western National Parks Association, and be sure and check them out, because I was just blown away at that. So y'all were all saying bye to Cheryl, and let's see. Oh, Judith is heading out too. Bye, Judith. Love you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. And yes, Caroline, lots of smiles and laughs does keep everyone young. And movement. Keep moving, everybody. Move as much as you can. It's very, very, very important. Let's see what else. Everyone's invited. Oh, next June. I thought you said June 11th was your birthday. You put June 11th on Patreon, Kathy.
Yeah, but I think.
Oh, but next Friday we can celebrate it together. Got it. We will definitely do that. That's awesomeness. And yes, Sue is asking Kathy if she's going to be at KOKO Fest, and she's probably answered that, but I know that she's planning on it and sure hopes to be. Michael says he's not very good at stealing stuff. Apparently tried to steal across a pasture once and got run over by a billy goat. A learning experience. Yeah, they don't play nice. They're kind of like those fluffy cows called bison. They'll bite you in the butt and toss you over the fence. Oh my gosh. Um, I keep moving and have lost 30 pounds and have to buy. Well, I'm glad that you've lost the 30 pounds. And you might want to buy some new clothes to cover the underwear. I'm just saying. Or not. I don't know. I don't know what your style is. But that's awesomeness. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so my last topic, and we've been on here a while. Thank you all for sticking with me, and thank you for the thumbs up. Be sure that you're subscribed to my channel, please. Is rain no fish yet? So I told you earlier that we left Manzano Mountains State Park right when the rains were starting, and we had beautiful weather while we were there. And we drove in the rain to get here to where we are. And it has been raining ever since until this afternoon. And it's supposed to start raining again, I think, Monday? No, Sunday. No, today's Friday. Yeah, supposed to start raining again Sunday and rain until next Friday. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. Next Friday, we can sit outside and have the FNL. We haven't been able to do that in weeks. But anyway, just tons of rain. So, which, no complaint. Everybody needs the rain. There's no flooding or damage from it at this point, and so it's very welcome, and I know this area needs it and is grateful for it, and so celebrating that. But we haven't been able to go fishing, and we're at one of our favorite. Yes, we did eat fish, but we're at one of our favorite fishing lakes for catfish, but we did eat fish. For a while, I was having to really watch what I ate, and Jenna made fish. Tell them how you made it while I get a drink.
How I made it?
Yeah.
Well, we still had fish left over in the freezer from last year. We had a really good fishing experience up north in New Mexico, and froze quite a bit of trout. So I pulled some trout out.
Trout out.
Trout out.
Shout out for trout out.
But we wasn't here, so it was a couple of days ago when we were still in the mountains. But I did pull some trout because we need freezer space for more fish. So we're getting in the area, and it's like, maybe we're not catching fish because we have fish in the...
Yeah,
because
I'd like to have fish in your freezer and go fishing.
Yeah, when we were at Caballo, we didn't catch anything. So
we tried and tried.
Yeah. So... yeah, I took out some fish, and how'd I cook it? Is that what you want to know?
Well,
what I did?
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
Well, so I cooked some trout. We still have some trout still in the freezer and some catfish that we got here. So that's going to come out of the freezer too, so we can make more room for more fish.
Yeah.
So it's coming.
Don't y'all feel bad for me? I have to eat Jenna's cooking and her fish, and I'm just kidding. It's so good. So good.
Well, it was semi-pan fried because she had been sick. So I tried to, not fry the fish, and I did hardly any batter on it, but it was really, really good.
And then you had, because you like spicy, you had something that you kept pouring on yours.
Cajun spice that I put on my fish.
Yeah. It was so good. And then she makes homemade tartar sauce, and I had to stop myself because I was just going to eat the bowl. I would take like a piece of fish and a spoon.
Do you like the fish or do you like the tartar sauce better?
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Which?
All good. Yes, Jana's cooking is awesome. I think that's why some people call her Jenna, but it's Jana, because I'm like, Jenna, it's my southern twang gets in there.
Did you just call me Jenna?
Did you just call me Jenna? Yeah, I'm sorry, I got confused. It just sounds like that.
I just confused you with somebody else.
I just confused you with my other Jenna.
How many you have?
I have like tons.
Evidently.
It just depends on how my twang is at the moment. But it's all the same. Oh my goodness. All right, I think I am done. Oh look, I got to show y'all Sammy. Oh no, that's okay. No, it's okay. She's gonna move. I was gonna show you Sammy, but she's looking like she's gonna move. So, Maybe I won't. Well, nope. She's settled. Let me show you. Look at Sammy. Can y'all see her back there? Oh, just sweet baby. She laying down.
What is she saying, Coco?
Yeah.
Is she saying Coco?
She says, I see y'all later. And now, oh, sweet baby girl.
You waking up?
Love Sammy Joe so much. And then this one finally is going to get his, come here, watch this, Bandit. Bandit, are you hungry? Did that make you get up? Oh, and you're going to stretch for everybody? Oh, my goodness. We love our dogs, and I love you guys. Thank you for being on this FNL with me, everybody. Y'all just make our week every week when we get to talk to y'all and catch you up on what we're doing. And Patricia Tilden, good to see you. And I really do appreciate everyone being on here. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe and keep on keeping on, everybody. Love ya. Bye-bye.